Uzbekistan ends gas exports to China, abandons price increases at home. It was fuel price hikes in neighboring Kazakhstan that ignited nationwide protests last week. Uzbekistan's government has halted natural gas exports and appears to be quietly ignoring its recent pledge to increase fuel prices at the start of the year. The change comes after neighboring Kazakhstan saw violent unrest last week that began with the protests over the surge in prices for liquefied petroleum gas, or LPG, which is often used to fuel cars. Lack of gas in Uzbekistan has over several years generated significant public discontent, although those frustrations have never boiled over into street protests. Gas exports have been completely stopped, and all gas volumes are being directed to the domestic consumers within the country, an energy ministry representative told Interfax news agency. Back in November, an account chamber, which answers to the president, announced that from January 1st, prices for electricity, natural gas, and other utilities would rise. Yet 10 days into January, those price changes have not yet materialized. Pensioner Nuriddin Hamrayev, a resident of Tashkent, reports that he can still pay his gas and electricity bills at the 2021 prices, 380 some. That's 0.035 US dollars per cubic meter, and 295 some. That's 0.027 per kilowatt respectively. Moreover, the price per liter of widely used 80-octane gasoline fell on January 7 from 6,980, that's $0.64, to 6,500 some, that's $0.60. The reason is clear. The authorities don't want a repetition of events in Kazakhstan and are taking action. Apparently, the price increases have been frozen so far. After all, one of the reasons for the unrest was the price of liquefied gas, the pensioner told the Eurasian Net. Gas production in Uzbekistan has been sliding for several years, making it difficult to balance the need to supply foreign buyers and domestic market. According to official data, 47.1 billion cubic meters of gas was produced in 2020, down from 57.4 billion cubic meters in 2019. Almost all exports are banned for China. From January to October of 2021, Uzbekistan exported over 4 billion cubic meters to China, sales worth a little over $600 million. Before the pandemic, Russia was buying similar amounts, as much as 4.9 billion cubic meters in 2019, but that trade ended in early 2020. Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan buy small amounts too. The West Balk, around 43 to 44 billion cubic meters, is earmarked for domestic needs. LPG is the main fuel used by Uzbek motorists. Around 60% of the cars run on it, and the prices are closely regulated by the state. In winter, shortages caused by heating needs lead to deficits at filling stations and, accordingly, long lines. The country's leadership has openly acknowledged shortcomings on the energy provision front. President Shavkat Mirziyoyev in August explicitly addressed the problem. People are very unhappy with us because of the electricity and especially gas, he said. He returned to the theme on December 25 during a visit to a gas-to-liquids or GTL plant in Kashkadarya region. For 30 years, we have been selling gas abroad, but we have not received any profit, he said. In 2020, the cabinet announced gas exports would end by 2025, but it appears the government has made good on that promise 3 years early. Eurasian Net News.